There's lots of bonus treasure down here. I mean, there's only one magical item, but I'll go and show you everything. This leads to pretty much nothing in particular. There's another door here and one here.
What in the hells? I never knew any of this was here.
If we go back into this hallway, we'll see that there's another door here and door here. This one still leads into the empty hallway. This, even though there's an ancient sigil circle, we cannot teleport right now. Let's go ahead and open up this door and take a look what's inside.
Ominous yet austere. This place has its charms.
We're both learning a lot. Cazador kept this place all to himself.
I do not blame him. It is not the sort of place servants or spawn should sully with their presence.
Okay. That giant chasm over there can lead down to this way, and you can use it to go back up. But the only reason I would think that you'd ever want to do that is if you don't have a key to open this gate. Here, I'll show you. Let's go and just... Darn it, Halson. Always in the way.
A lair of undeath. Most unnatural. We must tread carefully.
Well, let's see what everybody else has to say while we're at it then.
The place is remarkably well kept, as underground layers go.
This place could use a little sunshine. Keep a close eye for curtains, boo.
What is it about this place? I know we shouldn't let down our guard, but I feel like I could drift off and never wake up.
The air is thick with blood. I can't see it, but I can smell it.
A vampire nest. You truly can find everything in the city. I'd better keep my throat protected.
Let's not linger long. I have no desire to avail ourselves of a vampire lord's hospitality.
The living may not be prevented from crossing a vampire's threshold, but that doesn't make us any more welcome. Tread carefully.
Gothic, decadent, vulgar. This place clearly had quite the influence on Astarion's tastes.
This is all so... grand. To think, it was just sitting here, lurking under the floor.
You really had no idea this was here.
Of course not. It's not like he boasted about his secret lift. But it does make sense. He'd want somewhere grand for his ascension. This seems perfect. Now we just need to see what lies at the heart of this place.
Let me show you, if you couldn't get here, one way you could do this. There's nothing in that direction. This is where you can get your magic item.
That might be worth a look.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
I'm really hungry. It hurts. I know. We'll just try to hold on, all right?
Pelorsun Blade. Attack rolls with this weapon have an advantage against undead. I think it's maybe one of those weapons where it doesn't have to be that specific weapon. What I mean is, if I shoot with a bow while having that melee weapon equipped, it should still give me the Pelorsun advantage, Undead Bane. But at this point, we're actually underneath our teammates. You can see there. Here's some caustic brine. I'd go and torch it if you had your whole party with you, so that way you wouldn't get hurt. In these trunks, you can find some minor potions and stuff. It's worth actually checking out. Over here, we'll enter the area where we met that chick in the sewers. So that if we walked through there, that's where we'd end up, in the sewers behind that lady that says she's waiting for her date. We'll press this button. Quickly get on this cage. Of course, as a person who can fly, this cage isn't really that necessary. But if you weren't able to fly, you would just jump onto it. Then hop back over here. And now you're on the other side of that door. Again, I don't actually know how you'd end up down here if you didn't have the key. Or the ring, as it were.
Just like the door to the ballroom upstairs, this door features no keyhole, but does have an indentation for a signet ring.
Press the star signet ring to the hollow in the door.
The ring slots perfectly into place, and the door opens, assailing you with pungent, musty air.
It put Tran on the same side as the rest of my party for that dialogue. Because it really doesn't expect you to do that, I suppose. There's really no good reason to do it. This one will also make a save just so we can pass some checks to get you some more information. Let's continue to take a look around. Power structure will get us some dialogue from Astarion. Recent notes indicate 9 fingers, blah blah, stone man, steel washers.
Guilds, nobles, politicians. If he controlled even a fraction of these, the city could be his, and no one would ever know.
Hidden rulers, but this one doesn't actually a book. It's just an item. And then letter to Morel Alka. I like this letter because it gives Cazador just a little bit more feeling than me is mustache twirling bad guy. Though that being said, he's a half elf and he's not allowed to have mustache in Baldur's Gate. I think his original version of being a vampire artwork for him supposedly says that he had a goatee and everything. Morel Alka. I suppose, as you say, that you have reason to be proud of the expansion of the vampire circle in your city. Of course, Athkatla is more homogenous than Baldur's Gate, and you face fewer challenges from other factions and law enforcement. But still, accept my kudos on your progress there. Enjoy your success while you can, Alchem, for I'm afraid that very soon you'll be surpassed by my situation in Baldur's Gate. Definitively so. I am on the verge of a long-planned transformation that entirely changes the rules of the game. Too long have I been content to be merely a major city's vampire lord when I can be so much more, and I shall. But that's all I'll say about the matter at present, young Alchem. After all, you mustn't give away the surprise entirely. Cazador. Letter here, eternal cruelty. For my sins, my soul was made ink and written onto this parchment where it scrawls sleeplessly for eternity, unless you free it. Scroll of names. Many of the surnames will be familiar to Baldurian, though some of those near the beginning of the list are of families now long disappeared. This is a list of names of people dating back centuries, but continuing right up to the present day.
Thousands of names. This couldn't be part of the ritual, could it?
Meditations of a Vampire Lord. The Journal of Cazador Asar. It records the movements and actions of his spawn, with particular attention paid to Astarion. Every order, failure, and punishment is recorded with cold calculation. Only the most recent entries seem to betray any emotion. Astarion failed to return from his hunt this night, Godi informed. He will have the players ready when the boy shows himself again. Still missing. I ought not to be surprised. The boy has always been troublesome, but to disappear now when we are all but ready, it is unconscionable, even for him. I have dispatched the brood. They will find him and bring him home, and when they do, I will make him scream for this. It has been days and he's still missing. No amount of pain has motivated his brothers and sisters to find him. It seems Baldur's Gate has swallowed him whole. I'm searching further afield, but my reach outside the city is limited. In the meantime, the hunt continues here. Dalrian impetuous to return from today's hunt, rushing to report that they'd seen him in Worm's Crossing. The tale was fanciful, but they believed it to be true. Astarion, standing in the sun's light, willing and able to disobey me. Inconceivable. Since he has become more than troublesome, he is now a liability, but he'll be brought to heel. He'll come home, take his place with the others, and complete his purpose. My spawns fail me. Astarion eludes me. I will have my due. Then make a save. And then try our best to pass this wisdom check. Just wondering if I should unequip it, because then I have to re-slot that in, but that's not a big deal. Equip this shield to give us a proficiency in wisdom saving throws. That's going to be a +4 right there. Anything else we can do for wisdom saving throws? Probably not. This is a straight up wisdom throw. This is shields. Doesn't look like anything jumps out at me for this. Okay. Now let's go ahead and cast Owl's Wisdom, giving me advantage. Oh, Halcyon, always.
Oakfather preserve you.
Where are you, Shadowheart? Yeah, look, this is how much space he's taken. Because he's a creature with little mist or steam or area effect for visual effects, that is. He takes up that whole region. And we might as well cast Guidance on myself. And we'll do my best to try to pass these checks so you can get the most information.
On the pillow rests a skull with a scroll clamped in its bony jaws. The skull's empty eye sockets flare with an eldritch gleam. You feel invited somehow to witness the skull's memories. It seems urgent.
The skull's memory rise and unfold. Let them wash over you.
This skull is all that remains of the vampire Vellioth. He turned Cazador, gave him the gift, and then taught him the rules of vampiric existence.
Concentrate on the memory. What is Vellioth's first lesson?
I'll also get a bardic inspiration.
Vellioth's first lesson is always to dominate. Allow none to be your equal. Vellioth recalls when Cazador reached out to a former friend. His punishment was to watch as Vellioth drained his friend dry.
Concentrate on the memory. What is Vellioth's second lesson?
Why can't I have him play this song for me again? You have bardic inspiration in you, dude.
Vellioth's second lesson is that power comes from solitude. To share with others is to be weak, and to be weak is to fail and die. Vellioth recalls when Cazador rebelled against him. Cazador suffered 11 years of impalement because he failed.
Concentrate on the memory. What is Vellioth's third lesson?
Vellioth's third lesson is to act not in haste. A near immortal has time to plan, time to act only when others will pay the price of action. Vellioth recalls Cazador, his lessons learned, killing him in the rite of perfect slaughter. How they both laughed. Vellioth recalls Cazador boiling the flesh from his skull, and then, to mock him, clamping his schooling scroll in Vellioth's jaws. The skull's eyes flash a final time, and its jaws sag open. The scroll with all of Cazador's rituals is yours. Vellioth is no more.
Everything. Even his precious rules.
Furling the scroll reveals a list of foul rites and rituals, detailing all the ways death can be turned to one's advantage, or simply made more interesting. The rite of perfect slaughter, the liturgy of the dead, the sacrament of the damned, and many more strange accursed rituals cover the parchment. The final entry, however, is familiar. The rite of profane ascension. O piteous dead, O ravenous dead! Immortality is your gift, but darkness is your prison and hunger is jailer. The rite of profane ascension will release you. Walk in the sun, suffer not from hunger. Grow your power beyond anything you imagine. A pact has been made with the Lord of Hellfire. Deliver unto him 7,000 souls, each bearing an infernal mark, and you shall be free of your chain. You shall know true power. Deliver the souls, speak the word. Ecce Dominus, has animus affero in sacrificio, nunc volo potestium quam felicitas es mihi.
We need to find a way forward.
I don't feel good. Everything just feels wrong. Shh, it's all right. Our parents will come for us.
Because dialogue event triggers separately with Astarion here, if you wanted to max out your approval or disapproval in some cases with your companions, travel here first without Astarion, and then do the dialogue, and then travel here again with Astarion and then do the dialogue. Characters that will dislike what you have to say will be Minx, Will, Karlak, and I forget who else. Halsin, yeah. Characters who would like what I'm about to do here would be Jaheira, as for whatever reason, Jaheira only improves when you don't have Astarion with you. Minthara will approve in both dialogue options. I'm just going to go do this once, but we're actually going to bypass this dialogue the first time. But if you were trying to min-max stuff, yeah, go ahead and do it 2 separate times.
Just like the door to the ballroom upstairs, this door features no keyhole, but does have an indentation for a signet ring.
Press the Tsar's signet ring into the hollow of the door.
The ring slots perfectly into place, and the door opens, assailing you with pungent, musty air.
And drink a potion of invisibility and just send Tran in alone. I do this because I want to annoy Astarion.
No, this is unexpected. You who follow on the heels of our poor lost son. Has he sent you here to parley on his behalf, Will he not even speak to his own family?
I'm here to discuss handing him over. I can save you a lot of trouble.
You would turn on him? How delightfully treacherous. Very well. I give you one chance. Return with my wayward boy, and perhaps I will let you live. But cross me, and I promise I will deliver you an eternity of suffering. I hope we understand each other. Now go.
You seem more like an immature child by just raising your voice where nothing needed to be done.
Long on this ritual to have that brat spoiled.
Yeah, if you talk to any of the other characters there, or if you talk to them again, they will become hostile. As for the other team, let's make sure Astarion is close enough so that he's dragged into the conversation. Then we'll group everybody up and walk in.
What do we do when that tall freak comes back?
Approaching the cells, you're met with hollow-eyed faces. There's an almost physical stink of decay and neglect.
Is this how you used to live, Astarion?
Hardly. Cazador didn't keep me in luxury, but I've never seen anything like this. How did they get here? What is Cazador doing with them? I should have guessed there was more to it than Raphael would ever have told.
You. I know you. You're the one from the tavern. You smiled and joked and got me drunk.
No. You're dead.
You called me so many sweet things. My name sounded like a lyric on your tongue.
Sebastian.
You remember me.
You were handsome. Shy. You'd never been kissed.
You taught me how. And then you destroyed me.
It can't be.
Beneath the dirt and blood, you notice that every prisoner has a rune carved into their flesh.
Is this how all of your lovers end up?
Don't. Not now. I know so many of these faces. They're my conquests. I pursued them, seduced them, and brought them to Cazador. He told us he was feeding on them, but he turned them to spawn. He turned every last one, so we'd have souls for this cursed ritual.
How long?
What?
How long have I been down here?
Let Astarion answer.
170 years. You were one of my first.
My family. My friends. They're gone. You took them from me. You took everything from me.
Stop whining. The only thing that matters is killing Cazador.
Kill him? That monster? You can't. It's not possible.
We'll find a way.
And then? What happens to us?
I have no intention of freeing a bunch of ravenous spawn.
No. No, you can't leave us here. Not now, not like this. This nightmare never ends, and it's your fault! You did this, damn you! I damn you to the hells! I damn you to misery! Damn you!
And then we get Curse of the Sired, which is cool that he actually gets the penalty for this. Cursed by a victim he brought to Cazador many years ago, Astarion receives disadvantage on all saving throws. Before we talk to him, we'll also initiate conversation with this gate.
Hey! Hey, you! Come closer.
Oh, God. It can't be.
It is you. I knew it. I'll kill you. Once I get out of here, I'll kill you!
You'll do nothing of the sort. Astarion's with me.
How chivalrous of you. As if I need defending from these children.
If I ever get out of here, you'll wish you died when you were bitten. Didn't he tell you? He's the one that kidnapped us. He's the reason we're spawns. I'll kill you!
Yes. Now that you, mention it, I may have done that. Don't look at me like that. Cazador's orders. Quite the deviation from my usual routine, of course. Capture, not lure. I didn't bring them in with sweet rolls or anything. I really forgot about them. Felt nothing the moment I handed them over to him. Oh.
If Cazador wants them, then Cazador can have them. Let's go.
I hope he finds you and drains you to a husk!
Well, that could have gone better.
Let's head back over here. The whole reason why we're moving back now is that I can't initiate dialogue with Astarion telling him that I spoke to Cazador until we leave.
Gods above. He kept Sebastian. The children, I can understand, leverage against their parents, but Sebastian? I should have known what Cazador was capable of. He's played us for such fools. And not just 7 spawn to placate the devil. 7 spawn and 7,000 souls bound to them in blood. Everyone, whoever trusted me enough to let down their guard, innocents, idiots, and the unlucky. It doesn't matter. I will need to sacrifice them all if I want to perform the ritual.
You could save them, you know.
What's the point? They're as good as dead. I thought they were dead. If they are unleashed, they will cause incredible carnage. They will be ravenous. They must die. Better they serve a purpose.
In the moment they die, they will hate you as much as they hate him. You will never forget that.
I know they will. I know I won't. Well, you clearly want to say something.
You don't have to face Cazador. We could just leave.
No, we can't. Not after seeing those wretches in the cells. If I flee now, he wins. I'll spend the rest of my life running, watching the shadows, never feeling safe. No. This has to happen. Here and now. Also, there's a small matter of all that power I can steal from the bastard. So that'll be nice.
That's the dialogue option you wouldn't be able to get if you had asked him if he wanted to leave back on the surface.
What's next?
Next, we find Cazador. And once we find him, well, let's hope fate is on our side.
Will you save the children of Almost Tribe like you promised?
I'm not sure. I've been weighing my options. On the one hand, they're the key to my unlocking eternal power and freedom. On the other, well, it's my fault they're here. Yes, it was Cazador's command. I had no choice, but it seems now I do.
You could free them. You owe them that.
And what am I owed? What about the injustices I've suffered? Am I not entitled to anything? All that matters now is killing Cazador. I've earned that, if nothing else. We can deal with the prisoners when the time is right. After all, they're not going anywhere.
You say that with such a smile.
The elevator lies ready to carry you back up to the palace.
Let's get out of here. I've had more than my fill of this place.
Ascend out of the dungeon.
The reason why we have to take Astarion out is every time you talk to him, you'll only be able to talk about the prisoners. Let's see, where are you in this pile? There you are.
Cazador skulking somewhere beneath us. In this defiled chapel the others mentioned. We just have to find the entrance. Then he'll be mine.
So, what's the plan?
Well, I was thinking first we find Cazador and then we kill Cazador. That's about it, really. We can workshop the details as we go.
I need to ask you about something else.
Then ask. Quickly.
I found Cazador. He wants me to bring you to him.
You went after Cazador without me. And why in all the hells would you do that?
Maybe I wanted to know how much he paid to get you back.
Very funny. If you're telling me this now, I assume it wasn't enough. But maybe this isn't so bad. Perhaps it could even work to our advantage. He won't throw the doors open for us. He's no fool. But there may be fewer obstacles in our path if he's expecting us.
See, I knew what I was doing.
You absolutely did not. But sometimes fortune shines on us all the same. Our next step is to get me to him. All you have to do is lead me to Cazador. I can handle him once we get there.
If you're sure you can.
It's not an issue of can, it's an issue of must. I have to face him, or I'll never be free. Let's do this. Let's go kill the bastard.
Back down we go.
Standing on the elevator's platform, you can feel a cold draft from below.
Descend into the depths of the palace.
I'm not at all surprised Astarion has a huge fan base. I think he's a funny guy. I think so far he's had the best lines in the game, maybe other than Raphael. But there are so many comments out there that express that they have an interest in a lifelong companion just like Astarion. It's okay if you like a bad boy, but you gotta be honest about stuff here. They probably would have become one of the 7,000 spawn that are right here. Before we talk to them, there is one more set of treasure. Just have Tran fly over it, but you should be able to move over. You should be able to just click over here, and it won't trigger the rest of them. Especially if you've already told the Vampire Lord that you're going to bring Astarion, because then you can just run all your party members everywhere you want, except for Astarion. If you bring Astarion in any way, then his own dialogue will begin. Trying to loot these scrolls. Come on. There's my invasion plans to the Sword Coast. That's always there. And then Vampires before Vellioth. This clicks, but I don't know what it does. Let you pause if you'd like to read this. It does mention Donella. Donella Czar the Architect. And Cazador Czar the Avid. Avid's kind of an odd name, but sure. Okay, there is a weird thing you can do for this battle. If you approach normally, what happens is he takes Astarion and then shoves Astarion into a status effect where he is being sacrificed as part of the ritual. When 3 turns pass by, Astarion is permanently lost, cannot be revived, and Cazador becomes extra beefy. The best way to handle it is actually not to bring Astarion, but there is one caveat, and I'm going to do it here. So I'm going to make a save because it's going to probably take me more than one try. Also, I know he's still cursed, so I kind of want to leave that because it amuses me. So if you bring in Astarion by himself, let's go and make the save. He can roll for a Constitution check to not become sacrificed. So we're going to do that.
stands before us? Is this truly our prodigal son? Do not slouch before me, boy. Have you no respect for yourself? Look at you, crawling back after abandoning your family. You should be begging our forgiveness.
Forgiveness? You've never forgiven anything. Every mistake, every slip was punished.
I strove for perfection in all things, even those as imperfect as you. A pity you amounted to so little, despite my efforts.
No! No. Fuck you. And fuck everything you've ever done to me!
Oh, thankless child. Did I not bless you with our immortal gift? Did I not make you what you are?
You son of a bitch.
You truly forgot my power. You truly thought our bond as creator and creation was all that stopped you from killing me. You are weak, my child. You are a small, pathetic little boy who never amounted to anything. But today, you will finally do something worthwhile. You will burn, and I will ascend. Even now, you resist? Ah! Very well, but you will not stop my ascent. Ecce Dominus!
I don't know how many times I had to sit through that dialogue to make that happen. It would have been nice if Astarion just got to deck him once for that, though, given how difficult it is to pass that Constitution check. Astarion gets to go first. We could immediately hit him with the Undead Slaying Arrow. I guess we never rested, or short rested after our last action surge. That's fine. We'll drink a haste potion, and then we'll start hitting him with this. Well, that was fast. Normally he turns into a misty blob, and you have to hit him with the sunlight to get him to unconvert, or hit him with magical weapons. Additionally, standing on these, or standing in the way of the ritual targets, would also give you little bits of power instead of giving him power. Nothing major. Note that these guys are hostile, at least to the person who's initiated dialogue. If I switch to another character, they won't be hostile. Keep that in mind when you're pulverizing the area. I mean, in this case, I might not want to use, say, the arrow of many targets. Let's see what we'd like to do at this time. Oh, I should have braced, but that's fine. We still crushed them. I think you can actually, yeah, this one does take damage. We want to do that. Again, I don't want an arrow of many. I guess, yeah, we'll go and do that. Jahara cannot move yet. That monster. We have Boo. Well, Boo will hold off right now. Let's continue to fight. Bats are dead. We'll hold off for the next person. Tran, what can you do for me? I think we'll hold off on that as well. We'll have Mince. Should we Voting Strike? I mean, it's still extra damage. Throw Boo at this bat. Victory on that one. Critical miss, but Boo will come in and save the day. Can you bite this bat? 60% chance. Miss. I saw the flash. I thought that was a success. I'm thinking about hasting him. Any other targets on this side? Nope. We can reach you. Nah. Alright. Wait on you. We'll have you end your turn. Gale, you're up. Actually, they're kind of lined up pretty nice. I might be able to just hit many of them. Why didn't you? Apparently Halson cannot go yet. Alright. Trying not to get Chihira in this blast. Looks like Tran is the last one in this grouping. Could try Black Hole. Probably would have been best to cast that before Lightning Bolt, really. But I was going to wait to see if Tran could finish off anybody. I'm going to have you work on that guy right there. Because he can cast a spell to make your people fall asleep. So now he is permanently asleep. Not sure I actually clicked on him, so I managed to cancel that attack just in time. Alright, we have 3 bats. I could try Scorching Ray, but it is an attack action, so it's not necessarily going to hit them. She used to keep in her arsenal the magic missile spell, and I could pass that over to her. Cancel that in turn. Pass to Karlak. Probably need to get closer. And there we go.
Not now! Not when Cazador's finally mine! Hurry to his coffin! It's time to end this. No healing soup for you. Wake up!
Get your hands off me, worm!
I'm not the one in the dirt. One last thrust, and I'll be free of you. I'll never have to fear you again. But if I finish the ritual you started, I'll never have to fear anyone. Ever.
You think me a fool? That I would allow anyone to usurp me, speak the words, and ascend in my place? The runes I carved into your flesh bind you and all 7,000 souls to the ritual. Complete it, and those bearing the scars will be sacrificed, you included. You are simply a means to an end. I made you to be consumed.
I am so much more than what you made me. I can do this, but I need your help.
Didn't you hear him? If you complete the ritual, you will be consumed.
Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
If I help you complete the ritual, it will kill all those people.
These people died years ago. Trust me on that. All that's left are feral spawn, desperate for blood. If we release them, how many people will they kill? Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands? But if I complete the ritual, think of the power I'll have. With me by your side, we can save the city. We can save ourselves.
Look into his eyes. Try to see what's driving this.
You can see the fear in his eyes, but also the hunger. The thick smell of blood in the air and the promise of power being so close is intoxicating to him. All he can see is the power of the ritual and the freedom that power brings. The freedom to do anything, to be anything.
Alright, what do you need?
I need your eyes, in a manner of speaking.
What do you think you are doing?
I'm making what you made me. Use the parasite. Link your mind to mine. Through your eyes, I can see the scars on my back, and copy them onto his.
You would not dare!
I would. And I will. You will be consumed, and all the power you've lusted after will be mine.
Take the power you are owed, Astarion. Whatever the cost.
Help me do this. Please.
Enter Astarion's mind so he can proceed with the ritual.
Your minds join and your two selves become one. You can feel the knife in your hand, see the scars on his back, and taste his hunger for power.
Yes. Yes. I see it.
What are you doing? Don't! Ah! Oh, no! Oh, no! No!
There. Perfect.
Ungrateful child! Wretched child!
Time to take your place.
Que dominus has animas offero in sacrificio.
The screams of the prisoners ring in your ears. Their time is almost up.
Let the ritual continue.
Nunc volo potestantem quam policitus es mihi. That ache in my stomach, that hunger, it's gone. I'm free. I'm finally free. Oh, it feels delicious.
And what can a vampire ascendant do?
I think the answer to that is whatever they damn well please. Come on, let's get out of here. I have a brand new world to explore.
Expected an achievement for that.
This is it. The hopeless dream dreamt by all of my kind. I am the greatest vampire to ever walk this land. Even the pale knight would have knelt before me.
You may have power, but your greatness is yet to be proven.
Shh, hush. Feel what is in the air. I felt so very little for so long. My edges dulled over the numb years rotting in the boudoir and kennels. Now, I can hear it at last. See it at last. How all the lowly creatures of this plane are begging to serve. How to call upon them. Scurrying footpads in their safe houses. Rats below our feet in their filthy holes. The crows in the night above. They will obey. The world will stir in fear.
Appreciate this power. So many of your kind perished for you.
The spawn. It won't take long to get a new army. I'll make new ones soon. I already hear the world whispering in sweet surrender. And I feel alive. I can face anything now. Let's get back to the hunt.
Make sure to loot Cazador Sar. He's got the Rhapsody and Zar family ring, which we don't even need. Okay. Zar Remittance gains a +1 bonus to attack rolls, damage, and spell save DC for every foe you slay up to a maximum of 3. Okay, I'm not sure exactly how, like if it's per long rest or something, such as if the timer gets reset or whatever. Possibly inflict bleeding when hitting a creature with this weapon while hiding or invisible. Sounds cool. As for loot on the Fallen, really the only thing here, and it's not even worth it, is on Shatterteeth, you get a regular quarterstaff. I haven't looked at the other vampires, but we can kind of glance. I doubt they have anything, considering they didn't even have clothes on. Yeah, that's 7,000 vampire spawn, which is probably about 20 years worth of food. And vampire spawn is basically low-level cannon fodder. I mean, I don't know, low-level. But they would be cannon fodder for adventurers. All of the people that you had spoken to had blown up. Which, since this is one of the very obvious outcomes of what we've done, it surprises me that there's no dialogue option for that. Best you can do is say like, hey, okay, you're in this cell, stay in there forever. When they tell you free them, you have options of, you can rot here and I'll free you. Nothing that says, I'm going to turn you into food for Astarion. This was my plan, is to go ahead and feed him. I still tease him and make fun of him because I think it's good. I think it's extra content there. But yeah, now he is super vampire. Let's see what he has.
Keep your distance, darling.
He's got Ascendant Bite. 12 to 72 healing. Suck the blood from a living creature to heal yourself. Target is humanoid, you become happy. Okay. Misty Escape. That's the thing that the SAR guy, Cazador, could have done. Transform into a tiny mist cloud. It can't fall off, it's through small openings, and hard to damage. Advantage on Constitution, Dexterity, and Strength saving throws. I'm surprised it has advantage on Strength saving throws, but sure. Is that it? That's all you get as your powers? That sounds pretty weak sauce, dude. Anything else? Behold the Vampire Ascendant. Thousands of souls have bought you power, granting you Ascendant Bite and gaseous form. You also have a plus 1 to 10 necrotic damage bonus to weapon and unarmed attack rolls. Okay, good. I like that. I haven't actually done this part because I thought we'd get an achievement. These guys will not be too happy about this. What we could do is we can just sort of sneak around as well. Saren, do you get to fly yet or anything? No, you don't fly. Just Tran flies. We can kind of sneak up on them. Just to give myself better positioning. I'm going to go ahead and reveal myself anyways.
These boots have seen everything.
I had hoped to avoid this path. I had hoped you would choose the better road. A fool I was to ever hope a beast like you could be saved.
Oh, please. There's no need for such language. I promised you Cazador's death.
And I more than delivered.
I even killed a few thousand spawn whilst I was at it. You should be thanking me
For saving you the trouble.
Walk away, Oma. Your tribe doesn't need to die here.
Oh, I don't know. This might be the perfect place for them to die. Look at the hate in their eyes. They won't ever stop hunting me.
We gave you a choice, and you chose power, as your kind always does. But I still have hope for you, that you will make a better choice. Will you stand against evil? Will you help us destroy this monster?
What? I guess if the player was having second doubts.
No, I stand with him.
Then you are as much a monster as he. Kill them. Kill them all.
Yeah, I don't really get the Gur's motivation here. They literally sent Astarion in to kill Cazador and deal with the children, free the children, really. The children, as you can see, were vampire spawns. Whether you killed the vampire spawns or let them stay rotting in the cells didn't really matter to the Gur. They would let you pass. The only problem they have is if Astarion follows through with the ritual. That's it. But nowhere in their begging, threatening and pleading with us as the party or with Astarion saying, hey, if Cazador has a source of power, don't take it. They just said deal with Cazador. Yeah, I don't really get their motivations. I guess their tribe will die here. Who is it hitting back there?
Oh, that was very, very satisfying. Who better to test these new powers on? And who better to be standing by my side than you, who helped me get them?
Was there someone back there that was getting... Because I kept hearing screaming when... I don't see any Gur. I don't know who was doing all that yelling and screaming and whatever. Okay.
I need to rest. The sunset can't come quickly enough.
Come on, Astarion. Undead Bane. Addition of 1d6 against fiends and undead. I haven't gotten to this point. When I think there's an achievement, I stop short of rehearsing to that part. Then I should look to see if it was normal. It just looked normal. Pretty sure that nobody else is going to have anything, but gotta check. Ah, Ascent. No.
The elevator lies ready.
Ascend out of the dungeon.
Curious to see what all the survivors might have to say, if they're even alive. Not that I really feel that it makes any difference to the game, but the reason why I wanted to keep Godi and the other servants alive is because Astarion will be the new lord of this place, right? It just makes it fitting for me. Looks like everyone's got... Oh. Okay, so I guess they just died because Cazador died. I don't think it's because these guys were not involved in the ritual, because they would have turned into paste like everyone else. Just a pile of entrails on the floor. So I don't think that has anything to do with it. Let's go see if Godi's also dead then. If you didn't free the guards, they would be okay. They would not have bodies there. But the rats would be dead. Oh, she has a letter. Everything must be perfect. Okay, yeah. And there's Godi. You have anything to say about this, Astarion? Let's go ahead and camp.
So, a vampire lord walks among us. A powerful ally to have at our side, and a powerful enemy should our intentions diverge. Things are getting more interesting by the moment.
So we're knocking around with a vampire lord now. We sure this is a good idea?
You propose abandoning him?
No. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure what he's capable of now that he's so changed. Time will tell. But I'm keeping an eye out.
It is said vampires only make a show of feeling, that their only true emotion is hunger. But those screams sounded real enough. 7,000 souls. Astarion inherits his master's debts, as well as his very fine palace. And when all of this is done, I plan on being a very nosy neighbor.
Astarion succumbed to his power lust. A Githyanki would have known better. We seek might not for individual power, but for the good of the collective. I may no longer serve Vlaakith, but I still attend to a collective. The allies of the Prince of the Comet. And, of course, the one we've made for ourselves. To seek power for personal glory alone is a farce. A shame he can't see it.
A few nonsense words, some slain beasts, and one becomes some all-powerful being. No, I do not believe it. Astarion still has the look of a pale and puny child to me. And he had best mind his appetite, lest Boo take to some nighttime nibbling of his own.
I suppose Astarion is part of the vampire aristocracy now. I hope he doesn't expect us to bow to him.
Thousands were sacrificed and the servant become lord. I am sure Astarion's quite pleased with himself.
Wish I could say the same. Astarion. He has ascended amongst the ranks of the undead. I can only hope that he does not come to regret the price that he paid.
You probably expect me to turn into a sea of mist, run wrong side up on roofs, and to call on legions of wolves in battle. This will all happen in due time. But for now, patience is required. I hear the whispers of the night, but I can't yet speak its language. It's going to take a while to become acquainted with my new self.
All those deaths, and you don't even know what they paid for.
Death was better for them. Death is better for many. I will stand by it. Everything lies ahead. I can see my path to a waking dream. From the Crimson Palace, I will govern day and night. Create a city of spawn who bow before me. Cast a fog over the world for my children. But first, we must manage the trifling matter of the brain. Perhaps it will listen to us. Perhaps it, too, will serve.
Was killing Cazador not enough? You already want more.
Vengeance has been reaped upon Cazador. But not the world that made him. Not the world that makes people like him.
You mean people like you?
Shut up! You don't know what it was like. You never will. Baldur's Gate is a city of opportunity like no other. And I don't intend to let one like this pass us by.
You think we will see one evil replaced by another? No. With me! Destroy the beast!
That was very, very satisfying. Who better to test these new powers on? And who better to be standing by my side than you, who helped me get them?